Okay, is anyone doing anything right now and communicating?
The tab.
What?
I'm creating the tab.
Okay, pre-reimbursement for sanity, perfect. So then we'll do a view up, let's say 12 to 24 minutes. Excellent. Thank you, Sandy. Okay, so the proposal, are there any objections to topic 1? Okay, so I don't think there's any objections, so we're ready for topic 1.
No objection.
Let me create the tab.
Oh my God, thank you, Lucy. That is so wonderful. Point star for Lucy for making the tab before I had to ask for it. Amazing. I think that's the first time. All right, so as far as policies go, we have a $250 per half year budget for our benefits, health benefits for the team, right? So if we spend the $250 for health benefits, then we will have we have no money left for anyone else until July. Okay. Does everyone understand the policy? Any questions about that? Is it no questions or what?
Now for me, I'm trying to figure out and understand. 250.
Okay, then that would be
it is 250 is a combination of back pay money and health benefit, or separate from back pay?
No, so I believe the overall proposal is $410. So it's $410. Is that everything, Sandra? Do you want to explain how much the total is, and do you have any savings or anything?
That's the total.
And that's what you're asking for, right? You're asking for $410 total, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be 160 plus 210, right? Or no, 250. Sorry, 160 plus 250 should equal $410, right? So 410 is the total. 160 would be back pay slash advance, and then the 250 would be health benefits pool, right? So let's do the health benefits pool first. If this doesn't pass, then we would need to ask for more of the back pay advance. All right. So again, this is the work, right? Making proposals and coordinating the team voting is the work. And I already asked Atay to do this. She didn't do it. Does anyone want to try? Otherwise, I'll just do it myself. And we also lost Gloria. Someone can communicate with Gloria.
Let me communicate there.
Okay, so I'll ask again for the second time. Can someone do the proposal, or do you guys want me to do the proposal? Why am I just getting silence? The third time I'm asking, does someone want to do the proposal, or does someone want me to do the proposal for them? Because it's like, I want people to understand that
how is the proposal done?
I can train you how to do it. The point that I'm trying to make is that this is work. Do you guys understand? Because I feel like you guys are not understanding that this is the work. This is the job. You guys understand?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, I'm fine doing the proposal for you guys, but then you're supposed to be learning it, and this would be training. Does everyone understand that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. because I feel like people don't get it. Like I sit here and I explain things over and over again, and nobody understands that I'm doing the work for you, right? Everyone knows how to do a proposal. Lucy's been around for years. Sandra's been around for at least 4 or 5 months. So
Let me try, Jay.
Okay, so you guys don't want me to do it. That's why I'm asking. So let me make it clear. You do not want me to do the proposal. Is that correct?
Yes,
I want to help you.
It's so easy to do it. It's not like you can help me do it. Either we sit here and we have you do it, or I would do it very quickly. Like it's just not.
Okay, you can do it quickly instead then.
So you don't want to do it. You want me to do it for you.
Oh my.
I'm just trying to get clarity here. It's either I'm doing it or someone else is doing it. There should be no uncertainty about this. This is a professional.
No, I was saying I'm going to do it. Then you said you want me to do it. You don't want me to do it. You know, Sarah question me. I'm
back and
confused
forth.
now.
You just need to tell me a direct and specific answer. And then if you're going to do it, you just do it. If you're not going to do it, I need to do it. There needs to be clarity. It needs to be very professional and very clear. So it's either yes, I'm going to do it, and then you do it, or it's no, I'm not going to do it. Can you do it for me?
Not for me, do it for us. It's not only about me.
Oh my God. I don't understand why we were even talking about this. Like, this is the work. This is the job. Right?
Jay, you should go. You should go ahead and do it. Let's at least
Lucy
we'll
do it?
learn.
I've done proposals for Lucy, about maybe 100 proposals for Lucy. She knows how to do it. She's just not willing to do the work. Do you understand why that's frustrating, Nemo?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah,
I did not refuse to do. You guys, I was saying I'm going to do the proposal.
Okay, then just do it.
Here, and you said you
just
want
tell
to
it.
do
You're
it.
going to do it, and then do it. There's nothing to talk about. You just do it. And then you talk through it, and you explain it to the other workers because you want to guide and support the other workers to learn what you're doing so that they understand. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, and the first thing you say is, I'm doing it. And then you actually
I'm doing it.
Okay, so what are you doing?
I'm doing the proposal for Sandra.
Okay, so talk us through it. How do you do it?
Proposal to pay.
This is going to be a pre-reimbursement.
To pay Sandra.
To do it's a pre-reimbursement. It's not a payment. It's a pre-reimbursement.
Oh, to do. Is it to pre-reimbursement?
It's a pre-reimbursement, right? So there's reimbursements. Reimbursements require a receipt, and a pre-reimbursements basically require some type of bill or estimate, right? So it's like an estimate. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So reimbursement requires a receipt.
Sandra.
So reimbursement is like a bill or an estimate.
For health issue. Details.
And it looks like even though, oh hey, Gloria made it back. Also, I do have a something started. This is what a taste started. So I don't know if that's helpful for you, but that is good. And then the main thing that we're voting on would be the verification of the estimate and health documents. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what we're about. And we are doing $250, 200, 150, 150, and 0. Be our options.
So are we going to mention also the hours that Sandra worked for?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
So that would be the second proposal. So the first proposal is just for the health benefits pool. And again, this is related. I think it will be helpful for people to have the link to understand how the health benefits work. So as you go to our reporting doc.
Jay, do you think it's necessary for Sandra to vote since this is about her?
Under our policies, everyone can vote on an advisory level. And then if there's a conflict of interest, we can remove their vote from the final tally. But we only do that if there's a difference, if we think that if somebody is changing the outcome of the vote based on their advisory vote, we can have it removed, right? But we always let everyone vote so we can get at least advisory information and know what's going on. Does that make sense?
Got it. Yes.
Yeah, but we only have to remove Sandra's vote if we feel like she is voting in a conflictatory way, right? So, and usually it's pretty obvious to see if that is the case. All right, so here's the reporting doc. Oh, here we go. This is the draft budget and the reporting doc. So I'm gonna copy and paste this information here. So it's extremely helpful having Lucy working on the proposal, because now I can work on all these other important things that other people could be doing as well. So, whenever you're doing a proposal, you always want to have all of the information available that's, for criteria. So here's the reporting doc, and you have online, let me add a couple rows here. We have the half-year budget reports. This is the draft half-year budget report on line 35. So the half-year budget report, and I'll just open this up so you can see it. In this case, we are specifically concerned about the benefits budget. And you can see at the benefits budget every 6 months, we have $250 available every 6 months, right? So if we spend the full $250, there would be no more money left until July. And if we spent any more than that, there'd be no money left through 2025, right? So that is the situation for the half-year budget report. Okay, so anyways, it's a very small amount of money, but it's good to have clarity on it. So any other questions? Let me move this vote over here so that we can get it a little more organized. That looks better. Yeah. Okay, so are we ready to vote on the amount? And just so everybody knows, like, the primary goal of the proposal is that we are voting on the verification of the document, of the documentation, right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I can put this in here as well. I don't know how that is working. So put it on first. Okay, so any other last questions before we finalize everything here? And then we also have verification from Sandy that she is willing to have the documents be public. Where was that?
Yeah, please, I have a question.
Question, yes, Gloria.
Okay, so I want to know the $250 for half year. Is it for each team member or for the whole team?
I'm confused. What was the question?
I understand question.
Yeah.
I think that she's asking if the 250 for everyone. Everyone has 250 for medical benefit, if I'm not wrong.
No, this is for the entire team. So if we approve $250 for Sandy for medical benefits, then everyone else gets $0 until July. There'll be no more money available for anyone else in the
Then
benefits pool. So your only other
yeah,
option
then from July,
until July.
from
Yes.
July we have just 250 for the rest of the year from July.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so what it means is that because of course we would want to help Sandra because it has to do with health. But that would be we are sacrificing our own benefits for her. I just want to get it clear
Yeah, and that happens when we
because
pay
we
anybody any of the money, right? So every time we hire someone, every time we pay someone back pay, it comes out of the budget, it comes out of the team's money. So we're sacrificing our own pay to pay someone else. And that happens to me too, right? So it's like I can't get paid right now because we don't have money. So instead of me getting paid, we're paying all of you, right? Does that make sense? So every time anyone gets paid,
yeah
there's
because
always other people not getting paid. There's no extra money that's sitting around to take from, right? So every time we pay
yeah because
anyone, it's going away from someone
yeah,
else.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you, Jay. What it means is that if someone else has some health challenges, then there'll be nothing for the person.
Well,
All right.
there'll be no money available in the health savings account, right? So there would be funds available for back pay benefits, and people can still vote on back pay benefits and get back pay and advances, but there would be no money available in the health benefit savings, right?
Health.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
also another
Just
question,
want
is
to
this
check.
money going to also treat it like a back pay, or going to be deducted for next month budget?
No, that's why it's so much better, right? So the health benefits
Okay,
pool is
that's nice.
very different than back pay. So when you vote on back pay and advances, it's actually against policy to say what the money is for, right? But when you're voting on health benefits pool, we're actually verifying that the health information is correct. So we're verifying the documents and making sure everything is correct. So, and just so you know, Gloria, I mean, it's reasonably rare to have a health emergency. Obviously, Joyce was sick with COVID. Joyce was also had some sort of thing. I think it was with her knee or something like that. I can't remember. But overall, it's generally rare, which is why we only have a small amount of money in it. I mean, I don't think we've ever used the entire health benefit savings pool before. This would be the first time. Okay. And obviously, the more workers we have, the higher probability that you would use the health benefit pool. And then obviously, if we have more money, we can always increase the amount of money in the health benefits savings pool. So hopefully that all makes sense. So right now, so basically the proposal is to approve the pre-reimbursement for Sandy's health issues and verify that the documentation is legitimate and correct for up to 410. Well, that is correct. Yeah, so reimbursement up to for question mark $250, right? And we're going to vote on that. So we as a team don't have to approve the full $250 for Sandy. So whatever amount we approve would then be, if we let's say we only approved $100, then she would have to ask for additional back pay advance. Okay. So anyways, So everyone can vote however they want to. I'm just voting based on the less money, the easier it is to get. All right, so Gloria, Lucy, Sandra, you can vote. And then we can finalize this proposal, and then I think we're good to go. And thank you, Lucy, for helping with the proposal. This is all looking good. So it looks like, oh, we're not done voting. So Gloria, Lucy, Sanders still need to vote.
I'm voting.
Can I vote?
Yeah.
Yes, I think. Let's put that here.
Oh, wait, did we miss one? Oh, Ate. Yeah.
Yes.
New person. Let's add in Ate. There. Make sure these all add up correctly. It's going to be J. Currently, this is good. Green. So it looks like option one is winning by, I guess winning's not the right word, but it has the most support by 0.002 percentage. So that is probably the closest vote I have ever seen. So anyways, are there any questions about the voting? I think it's pretty clear that option one is higher than option three. So option one would be first place, option three would be second place. So if option one does not pass, then we go to option three. Does everyone understand?
Yes, Chair.
Yeah.
Okay, and they're very close, so that is good. So again, just to remind everybody, the proposal is that we are verifying this document, that it is correct, everything looks good. We're approving the pre-reimbursement, $250 for Sandy's health issues, and verify that the documentation above on the notes is legitimate and correct. The health benefits budget is $250 for the half year, so we would be using the full amount of the half year health benefits for the entire team. It is an emergency appendix operation. The total amount requested is $460, which would leave.
Is it 460 or 410?
410.
$410. So it's $160 that's not covered. Need verification of the estimate in the health documents. Yeah, well, we did that. Well, we're doing that. This is verification of the estimate in the health documents. Okay. Questions on the proposal?
Yes, I have a question. Yeah, the proposal is to Sandra has an issue and she wants $410. So if we give her the complete 250 for the entire team, and then there's a problem because if we give another 250, it's going to be 500. She needs 210. So if we are voting for 250, then we have to reduce the benefit held for the entire team and make sure she's having the 410. Except she's needing extra money. But that's what I understood from what she said. That she needs 410.
Yeah, so there's a difference of $160. So, you know, in my review of the benefits budget, it does say that annually we have $500, right? So if we want to spend, if we want to spend the entire thing for the whole year, we can. We budget half a year. So any more than a half a year that we're spending, then it's obviously against policy because it goes beyond our budget. So if we want to break policy and basically take money from next half year's budget, we can. But I would say that would be like 1 hour policy tracking. So the proposal would be to use next half year's health benefits budget to cover this half year's benefits costs, health benefits costs, right? Which would be against policy, right? So this would be the
No, but I don't need to do that because the proposal from every indication is going on the right track. So let's go ahead with the proposal. Then we just complete the amount we take because somebody else might also come up and need and have health issues and need help. So what do
Yeah,
we
we
do?
cannot use everything.
We deny them help because Santa has collected all the money. It is good that her proposal they are approving like 250. Me myself, I'll approve the 250 so that we should take but 160 from the 500 and give her and then allow the rest for others.
So are you talking about the proposal in line 79 that we should take more than $250? Is that what you're saying?
No, somebody just take a document and cover the proposal with it. I don't even know who did this.
Well, I'm on line 70 for the proposal, which is to approve the reimbursement of $250, right? So the other, if we approve this $250, there'll still be 160 left that Sandy would have to propose as back pay advance. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Wait,
it makes
so
sense for me.
this proposal is it not back pay?
No,
This is not back pay.
Oh.
This is a health
these
I
benefit.
are
thought this is
health.
back pay. I thought this is back pay that we are
No.
voting for back pay.
No,
Are we supposed to
we
vote
are
on
now
it?
using 250 that we have for half year
Ah,
for
okay,
benefit
please.
on.
Yeah, so the health benefits proposal is very different than back pay. So
Okay.
the biggest difference with health benefits is there's two big differences. The first one is that it doesn't come out of the monthly budget because it's budgeted like just like our half year
Okay,
bonus.
sorry, I understand it the wrong way. I thought you guys already finished with that one, and this was a back pay proposal that you were making and voting on it.
No, right now we're voting on line 70. It's the pre-approved.
So I can change my vote.
Yeah, so this
If
is
it is for
the
the health, and then I'm a
this is
yes
for
with option
the
one.
health benefits pool amount. How much money do we want to use amount from our health benefits? So we're trying to decide how much money we take out of the health benefits pool up to $2 without, and then this does not affect our monthly budget and it does not affect any immediate things. It's part of our half year budget, right? So anything that's in the half year budget, which includes our half year bonuses, are just simply not affected by our month to month budget. Okay.
Yeah. So if I can say something about this, and then I don't think it might be a problem if we can break policy and give her the 410. I don't know. This is my proposal because I don't
Yeah,
think
I
someone
don't know either. I mean, I would say that in my mind, when I read the budget report, it's a mistake. The budget report should say $250 per half year for the health savings account and support. Like there should be a half year budget because we don't have an annual budget. We have a half year budget, right? So there is no annual amount. So the annual amounts are there for having reference, but they're not actually any real number because we don't have an annual budget. We have a half year budget. But the half-year budget for the first half, or the the northern solstice budget versus the southern solstice budget or whatever, is slightly different, because you can see here we have 750 for the December southern solstice, and for the northern solstice we have 500. So the budgets are slightly different between the two half years, but it's still two half-year budgets. It's not a single annual budget. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
but if that's the half year budget,
yeah, so if we
I
want
don't
to
know.
borrow more money, I would say that would be against policy.
For
And it would
me, I
at least,
think the way you put it is okay, Ate, to use, because we have 250 for the half year, entire half year. Let's use 250, the whole of 250 for the half an year. Then we vote for back pay, which is 160. Because if you take the whole amount for the other half year, we never know. We are a human. Someone can again maybe have an issue, and we have nothing to support that person. We don't have any health benefit anymore. It is
Okay,
good you
let's
have
just
put
continue.
50 and 160 for back pay. We may vote
Okay.
for that.
we can still vote on the proposal though, but let's do it separately. Let's just address the first $250, and
Yeah,
then
let's first of all,
address
yes,
the second
let's
$250
conclude
for
that.
the $160. Okay, so the proposal is to approve the pre-reimbursement for $250 for Sandy for health issues, and verify that the documentation above on the notes is legitimate and correct. So are there any other questions about the proposal?
No questions from me.
Okay, and then as far as concerns go, the obvious concern here is that since we are using the entire half-year budget, there is no more funds left for any other team members if a health emergency occurred. Okay. We'll address that afterwards. Okay, so any other concerns?
No, that's a major concern.
All right, let's vote.
No, we need to vote. I'll vote at 7.5.
I'm going to vote at 7.5 as well. Anyone else want to vote?
Can everyone please say their vote?
I'm voting 7.
Thank you, Lucy. Uma, Sandra, can you please speak, please? Is it that you guys don't hear me or what?
I'm voting
voting
8.
7 as well.
I
7
voted
as well.
Thank you.
Perfect. And Nemo, you said you're voting 8?
Yeah.
And Gloria, you want to vote? And Sandra, do you want to vote verbally?
7.
Gloria votes a 7. Okay. So the proposal passes with a 7.4825. I feel like this should go in our decisions channel, but I do feel like this
Yeah,
is
let me.
HR board update, because it does relate to HR policies and HR budget. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that into the updates channel for the decision makers, so they know
Should I
that.
also put?
So this does not affect the monthly budget.
Should I actually put in the decision?
No, I did not put in the decision. I just sent it to the HR board.
Should I put in the decision?
Yes, it needs to go into the
Thank
decisions
you.
panel. Okay, so we completed that one. So then the next proposals are, the proposal would be proposal to approve up to $160 of back pay advance benefits for Sandra. Okay. And then I also have a question for Sandra. It's like, we send the money to Upwork. Is that going to be fast enough? And then whether that's applicable. Otherwise, we might need to emergency transfer of funds. Okay, so so we note that here, question proposal for emergency transfer of funds and breaking contract, although I don't know how that's going to work. Okay, so so do we just want to go straight to the back pay advance for Sandra, or do we want to talk about using up next half year's?
No, let's just go to the back pay.
Okay, so if no one wants to push that, then let's just go to the back pay proposal. So we're going to be voting up to $160. Does anyone want to do the proposals and the voting, or do you want me to do it?
Let me do it.
Okay, Tay's going to do it.
Proposal is to approve up to $160 of back pay advance benefit for Sandra. Somebody's typing something.
Well, we haven't done the proposal yet. We have to do the proposal and the amounts.
Mm-hmm.
So
Let me see again. Details.
do you understand what I'm asking you to do, Tay?
Yeah, it's to see how much she budgeted per month, how much per hour.
Yes, and we also need to do a table of the total amount.
Oh,
So
yeah. Mm-hmm.
160 would be the maximum, and then it would go all the way down to 0.
Yes, can't we start? Okay, we just start 160 then.
So my understanding for the details is that, Sandra has at least, $200 plus of back pay benefits, but no T2M. Right?
Mm-hmm. Option. What is editing? So let's see. Huh.
So what about the criteria for this, right? And we should be, we have 7 people here. Someone should be able to be doing the the responsibility training and organizing it all and making sure, because we do this all the time. We do proposals all the time, right? So do we have a specific criteria for back pay proposals? Does anyone want to get that, or you want me to get it, or what? There's nothing new. Hello? Okay, so no one's gonna respond or communicate with me, so I'll just ignore it. So Sandra, I have a question for you. Can you communicate with me? Are you there?
Yes.
The question is, if we send this money to you, the $250 to Upwork, will you be able to get it and use it in time? Is that gonna be fine? Because since you're an Upwork worker, like what is the situation with the actual money and the speed of receiving the money and actually being able to cover the costs and doing what you need to do?
I would prefer to get it on my Wells Fargo account if it is possible.
So you have a Wells Fargo account?
Yes.
No,
So-
War Remit. Not West Fargo. Do you have a West Fargo account?
Yes, I have.
Or War Remit?
Well, remit's
I
not
don't know
working
about
for
what
me
to
for
do.
now.
Huh?
I don't know
World
about
remit's
what to, but I prefer Wells Fargo. It's if it is done, it's coming in 2 days.
So with Wells Fargo, can you do what's something called Zelle?
Pardon?
Can you do something called Zelle with Wells Fargo? Like you can send money with the email through Wells Fargo?
I don't really get what that means.
So, I don't, in the United States, we have something called Zelle, which is just like an instant transfer model that goes through the big banks, including Wells Fargo. I don't know if that's available in internationally, so just asking.
No.
I guess it's not. So
Zelle,
you
there's no Zelle in Nigeria.
There's no Zelle in Nigeria? Okay.
And you
So-
guys are saying that there's no War Remit in Nigeria. There's no War Remit?
There's wall remit, but wall remit right now, I don't know. It's not working. It's not the
I
last time.
think Struggle works for me because my Upwork account is channeled to my Wells Fargo account. I got paid from Upwork to my Wells Fargo account. I think that one worked for me. Because if the phone should be sent, it will drop after 2 days.
Yeah, but I know war remit is seconds and you get the funds.
Yeah,
I
that's true.
Because
It
when
just
yeah,
comes
because
into your key.
when we are in a session when Jay
Well, we
sends
could
the
have,
money
I
back
mean,
alive.
for Sandra, we should try to just do something that's easy and that she knows, because like I don't know if she necessarily wants to like put together a whole separate accounting and all that stuff might be complicated. So, anyways, let's just address the
World
proposal.
for
remit
if
is
it is Upwork, it's fine by me. Upwork drop it after 7 days.
After how
That's
many?
true.
Upwork can take up to
7 days.
7 days. Upwork.
Yes.
Then so it means you don't need the money urgently. Then if you want us to send it after to through what Upwork and
Yeah,
Upwork
Yeah,
give the money after, so it means it's not an emergency.
yeah, but the
that's
question is,
why I use the Wells Fargo account, like I said earlier. It worked for me.
the question is for the Wells Fargo account, is the international wire transfer going to take forever as well? I mean, that could take a while. It's also expensive. So we're just going to have to figure it out. But I could try calling Wells Fargo and maybe they can do a internal direct account to account transfer very quickly and easily. So even though it's international. So we'll have to call and figure that out. Okay. But anyways, let's just focus on the proposal. Let's get it approved and then we can
Okay.
address the money
Oh,
afterwards.
okay,
So
Jay.
does
yeah, if
anyone
it is emergency money, you can use world remit. It's just within a minute pop everywhere. World
yeah,
remit is
but
world.
if she doesn't have World Remit set up for herself already, it's going to take a lot longer. Do you see?
It
Like,
is a mobile
No,
money.
no, no, no,
No,
no, no. She doesn't have to. Sandra, do you
yeah.
have
It don't
a
speak for
dollar
war remit.
account?
Unless not
Yes,
an
I have
emergency.
a dollar account.
Do you have a dollar account?
Yes, I have.
Great. So I don't know. The last time I tried using World Remit, it didn't work. So it's kind of they went off service. Um Now so I don't, that's what I know. Like it's not really working. And not the one that I
Maybe in
used that
Nigeria.
worked is Western Union. Western Union, you can pay straight into the person's
Yes.
account, dollar
Yes.
account. So
yeah.
you can
Yes, I have
you can use
a
that.
dollar.
Yeah.
Yes,
So we
that's
could
the
do
best way.
Western Union or we can do the Wells Fargo. So I mean, obviously we have money in Wells Fargo. If we can do an internal Wells Fargo to Wells Fargo account transfer, that would be very
Yeah,
easy to do and
possible.
it should be instantaneous. So we
Then
can
that
call,
works.
yeah, we can call Wells Fargo afterwards and see what they can do. But if they say that they can't do it, then maybe Western Union would be the fastest way, you know?
Yes, it'll be the fastest, not Upwork.
Yeah.
Okay.
Upwork definitely not going to be fast at all. So
Yeah.
either way, we're going to have to address that in the proposal. But first, let's do the criteria and the proposal for the back pay. So we need to do the criteria.
And
What
so how
does anyone
so Sandra, how much are you budgeted for the month?
For the month? Which month? 300. Sorry, 300.
Okay, 300 for how many hours?
25 hours.
No,
For,
25 or 25.
25, 25.
Okay.
Okay, so what is the purpose of the backup tokens? I'm not sure
so how much did you get last month?
Oh, 25. I I think I'll have
Amount.
to check.
How much did you get from payroll last month?
15,
Pardon?
16.99. I got 15.99 last week.
Okay, so I got the criteria. Hopefully we can set up the responsibility training, so we don't have to worry about this again in the future, but this is the criteria, or at least what I found. So the criteria is that the proposal itself sent to the team and the HR board. The amount of the back pay the individual of the organization, which is currently above 200. Regular hours in the budget of the current month. Not allowed to say what the money is being used for. Set up a specific option from the maximum down to $0. Okay. I think that's everything. Make sure it's clear that the money is coming out of the budget. Okay, so then the money is coming out of the budget. So details. So we have to do the percentage cuts. That's the other one. So the percentage cuts and funds coming from next month's baseline budget. So the baseline is the maximum of $2,900, and we are doing 160. This represents 5% cuts for next month's budget. Okay.
5%.
Yeah.
For 160.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's everything on the criteria. Percentage reduction also lists the previous back pay advances gotten and any previous back pay advances gotten. So do we have any previous back pay, Sandra, that you gotten?
No. I'm actually talking for Sandra. Sandra is there.
What?
I think you were asking the question to Sandra.
Yeah, well, I'm just making sure that Sandra has not gotten any back pay before. Is that correct? Does anyone know Sandra's gotten any back pay before?
But Sandra is there, right, Jay? Let us be communicating. Someone cannot communicate for another person.
I know. So Sandra, if you can answer, that'd be great.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, I've not gotten any back pay before.
Okay, cool.
Alright.
So details: never received back pay benefits before. All right. Well, anyways, let's go ahead and vote, right? I mean, let's get this over with.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. Sandra, Uma, are you guys voting?
Yes, I'm voting.
Where are you voting, Sandra? I'm not seeing your vote.
Is the network for me?
Omar, you're not
Uma, are
voting
you
at
there?
all.
Yes, I'm there. I'm voting.
We can't see you voting.
Hold on, I'm there.
Simple vote. We are going to take like this topic is like taking eternity because people are not reacting.
People are reacting.
We have other
Probably
deadline.
network.
Yeah. Well, Oma is not required to vote, so we can move forward without Oma's vote.
Yeah. Without him.
Yes.
Sandra, you vote 88.
Jay, why is not required to vote?
Nobody is ever required to vote, except unless you're a decision maker. Decision makers are required to vote. You understand? So under our policies, no worker is required to vote. Ever.
But sometimes you ask people why you did not vote. I remember there was a time Ate
Yeah.
was
So
not working
if
on
you
some
don't
other
want to
thing.
vote, you should make it clear that you're not voting, right? So
Then
if
he
you
has
don't,
to say it.
well,
Yeah,
we
but
can
we
just
cannot
vote
equally
again.
stay here for eternity and be waiting for them to
Yeah.
say it, Lucy.
We do not
So
have
let's
to
be
wait for
professional.
Irma. We
Yeah,
can
let's
just vote.
continue then. Move on
Yeah,
without
let's go
his
ahead.
vote.
Yeah.
At least
So
option one is having the highest. Let's move the
I'm going
proposal.
down to line 132, and I believe we said that we're doing $160 of back pay advances. Who wants to do the proposal?
Let me do it. And okay, the proposal is to approve up to 160 of back pay advance benefit for Sandra. Details: payroll. She got 16.99 paid for last month.
I think it was more than that because I think she did have some prepayments. I think it was more like
Yeah.
25 or 30 or something like that total. And when you say last month, you mean the 38 degree or what is it? 38
One,
degree?
Yes.
is it 38? It's 173, right?
No,
No,
170.
173.
173.
Yeah, 173.
Sandra's budgeted for the month is $30 for 25 hours a week. Sandra has at least 200 plus of back pay benefits, but not in her TTML wallet, but at least she got it. Um, Percentage cuts and funds coming from next month's baseline budget is 2,900 of 106, which is 5.52%. Sandra has never received back pay benefit before. Any question?
So yeah, so she got $10, so it'd be 27 total.
Okay. So
Um,
any question?
No question from my side, Ate.
No question. No question.
No.
None.
Any concern?
I think the concern is just like, we have
No.
very tight budget. We are, trying to figure out how best to address the back pay issues, but overall, this seems like a reasonable situation. But I think we definitely have tight budget. And getting the work done. Oh, and also the issue with the back pay benefits is with the income and work done and relationship to loans. Right? So if we currently have a loophole where basically we can get back pay advances without having to take a loan when we actually are taking a loan. So that needs to be addressed. But other than that, I think we're good.
Okay, so we need to vote since the concerns. So I'll vote a 7.
I'll vote 7 as well.
Okay, let's see 7.
Yeah, I'll vote 7 too.
I vote
J7.
Gloria 7.
Pardon?
I vote 8.
7.
Sandra votes
7.
Okay,
8.
Gloria 7.
I'll vote 7.
No, I'm not 7. Okay, so it passed with a 7 point. I don't even know if Uma is here. Let's make sure Uma will not be tracking us that he's not participating for. Let's
Yeah.
just be sure.
And we also are required to send a message on Discord if someone disappears.
I'll,
Pardon?
I'll send message to Oma on Discord.
Thank you. Okay, so the proposal pass. Do we need to do accounting, or we just send the funds to her? Okay, right, Jay?
We always need to do accounting. Plus, we have another proposal to break Upwork contract for the $160. So basically, Sandra works under Upwork, and we are required to send payments through Upwork.
Jay, is
Right?
the rhythm on?
No.
Kindly put the rhythm on. What about recordings?
We have a live stream.
Okay, please put the recording.
But I'm
The
trying to
video.
finish this proposal quickly since we obviously are taking forever. Ideally, all of this would happen in buddy team and all this would be taken care of ahead of time or done asynchronously, but whatever, we're in a emergency situation here, so we just are doing it as a group. But hopefully people realize this is training, so in the future when there's a proposal, the proposal happens before the session.
Session.
And so obviously I said that like 100 times, but it's like, does anyone understand the idea of that this is actually training, or you guys just don't get it? And like I know I asked 3 times already for someone to do the responsibility training and all that, and I've got, of course, no one's going to do it, but I might as well ask for a 4th time. Will anyone do the responsibility training for this to make it easier in the future? But the bottom line is, do you guys even understand? Because I'm taking that as an absolute 100% no. You have no clue and you don't understand at all what I'm saying because it makes silence. Okay, so nobody has any idea that this would actually work. Okay, anyways. I'll just do it myself then. So the proposal is to break Upwork contract and send the $160 of back pay funds to Sandra, external to Upwork for faster payment. Sandra works under the Upwork contract and requires some payments, so we are required to notify the HR board and the board of directors for breaking contract. Okay. So are there questions about the proposal?
The question is, how many hours policy tracking of breaking?
True, that is policy training. So details, let's say 1 hour, right? This would be 1 hour of organizational policy training to vote yes.
I'm asking. I have a question. How will they know that we break the policy?
They
You
will not
said
know.
Sandra,
Well, hopefully they will not know. Otherwise, we
They
could be
will
in
not
a
know.
situation.
then we don't have to vote. We did not break any policy because they don't know.
What are you talking about? I don't understand what you're talking about. We're breaking the contract.
But Upwork is not aware. So
They're
I
not
don't know if
aware.
it's because we have
That's
conscience,
like the
or is
most
it a
corrupt thing. Like,
professionalism?
stop, everyone stop. That is the most corrupt thing I've ever heard. Oh, we can break the law and screw over people and kill them as long as no one finds out about it. Bullshit. I'm leaving if people want to do that. That is not acceptable to me. That is corruption. Period. If people want to start talking that way,
Sorry, I
I'm
was
done.
just
I
asking
do not
about
want to work with people who don't care about the law and don't care about other people or contracts as long as they don't find out about it. That is illegal and it is corrupt, and I'm not interested in it. Period.
Jay, just the fact that we have accepted to break the policy is already corruption. So
No, it's
tracking the
actually
policy, I don't think it helps Upwork in any way. We are already corrupted by breaking the policy. We would
no. You're
have go
saying
with
that
them,
all policies
discussed
don't
with
need to
them,
be broken.
get agreement, and then broke the policy. So I don't know why we keep talking about corruption when everything we are doing here, this is corruption.
What are you talking about? No. You guys are saying that we don't have to even consider the policies because they don't know about it. It has nothing to do about our policies. It has everything to do about the fact that Upwork doesn't know about it, so therefore it doesn't matter that we're breaking our policies and we just move on. That is corruption. Voting to break policy and transparently and professionally addressing it as an organization is not corruption. Ignoring it and not following the policy is corruption. Do you see the difference?
No.
No. Okay. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it. It's just like this is our policies. If we break any contract, not only like this has nothing to do with the team. This has nothing to do with the HR board. This goes directly to the board of directors. Only the board of directors has the power to break contracts and make legal decisions. We have no power to do that. If you want to be on the board of directors, you can be on the board of directors. But we have no power as a team to make decisions that affect the legal standing of the organization. That is a decision only for the board of directors. Okay? So if we break policies that break legal contracts, we are required to notify the HR board and the board of directors and make sure it's very clear that this is against policy and against the law. Right? So everybody breaks the law all the time, right? Policies and laws are there to give us guidance on how to function. Every time we drive faster in a car, we're breaking the law, right? So it's like, it's not the end of the world to break a law. What is the end of the world is trying to cover it up, right? Most of the time, corruption is not about doing something wrong, it's about covering it up. That's corruption. When you try to cover up mistakes, when you try to cover up things that you do wrong, that is corruption, is trying to pretend like it didn't happen. If you make a mistake and you are transparent about it, and you try to learn from your mistakes, and you let everyone know, and you take the responsibility for your mistakes, that is not corruption. When a leader breaks the law and does it transparently and says, I am sorry, and like, it's completely transparent about it, does not try to cover it up, I would not call that corruption. They should still be accountable for their mistake, and if it means they go to jail, they go to jail. If it means that they get removed from office, they get removed from office. Either way, if they broke the law or they made a mistake and they're transparent about it and they let other people decide their fate, I don't see that as corruption, right? They're being accountable. Accountability is the opposite of corruption, right? Corruption is not being accountable to your decisions.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, can we move? Can we go ahead?
Yeah, let's move forward.
Yes, let's just vote on the proposal. Does someone want to do it, or should I just continue to do it myself?
Let me do it.
Please.
Okay, so I already read the proposal. Okay, let me read the proposal again. Proposal to break up contract and send $160 of back pay funds to Sandra external to Upwork for faster payment details. Sandra works under Upwork contract and we are required to send payments through Upwork. We are required to notify the HR board and the board of directors for breaking contract. There would be 1 hour of org policy training to vote yes. Any question? Definitely no question, but there's a concern because we are breaking policy, so we need to vote.
Breaking policy and legal contract, right? Cool. So I would vote a 7.
I'll equally vote a 7.
And then I'm going to do my policy training immediately. So this will be organization policy training. 1 hour for voting yes to break Upwork contract for quicker payment to Sandra.
Hey, policy. You are sending in a wrong channel. Do policy track.
Oh my God. I don't think that's against policy as long as I fix it, right? Organizational policy tracking. There, I fixed it. Okay, good. Oma, Lucy, do you want to vote? Yes.
I voted already.
Oma, you are silent. We tell you to vote. You choose to go silent on our proposal.
I voted already.
No, listen. We need to work
It's
as
not
a team.
here.
We are
We
here as
can't
a team.
see it. Let's
I'm not
hear it.
silent. I'm participating
You
where
are silent until
necessary.
Sandra. We asked
hear
you
what you
several
want.
times until we said let's move on without you. It is good we
I'm,
do.
What
I'm
number
really,
are you voting, Oma?
I'm really so much concentrated in the meeting. I'm
Really?
participating where
No,
necessary.
no, you are not.
Tell us.
Okay.
Oma, tell us the number. Just tell us the number. Don't bother writing
No, but one thing is
yourself.
certain,
Just
during
tell
the
us
tracking,
the
you should know that you have like 0.5 hours to remove them for not working. Because
Yes.
sitting around and just watching is not working. It's participating. Lucy, will you please vote? Are
Yeah, I
you
vote.
just say okay,
7.
okay.
I vote
Okay.
7.
Let me do policy tracking.
Yeah, me too.
We should start doing
Everybody
policy
should do the
tracking.
policy
If we
tracking.
are coming to the session, you don't talk policy tracking. We cannot be here. Other people are responding to Jay every
I
time and
agree.
others
I
are
think
silent.
that's a fabulous proposal. Right?
Lucy, the problem is We all cannot be talking at the same time. We have to listen to somebody. And if
Then
you all
No, we
unmute
get
your
what
time.
about
audio,
That is
you won't listen to
that is
anybody.
false
So that's why I
information.
mute. When it's
That's
my
false
turn to
because
talk,
we keep
I'll talk.
asking, Uma, and you said nothing. Say you're not around. Oh,
I,
that's it.
what I love
Why
about
is
it,
it not for children?
I added the proposal. I added the proposal to the proposals, but what I love about it is that like when you guys say things and no one responds, you guys get as upset as I do. It's so funny. All right. Anyway, so
It's not
So
true.
Jay,
Jay is
so
not
Jay, you have vindicated. You have vindicated at this point.
say again, Nemo. What is it?
Yeah,
I
you
said, I said you are vindicated at this point.
That I
no,
vindicated?
it's not.
I vindicated. Oh, yes, exactly. Yeah, but I mean, I've known this before. This is nothing
You
new.
can't talk at the same time. You have to give somebody space to talk, and you do the listening. When it's your turn, somebody also listens to you. That's how I think
Go
it's
and track
done.
your policy, Uma. Go and track your policy.
Well, it's not a policy yet. We have to approve it and vote on it and all that kind of stuff.
No, I'm
Right?
talking of the one he voted
Oh
yes.
yeah, the
So
1
let's
hour
go
for
on.
voting yes. If you vote, everyone who voted yes, and so we could do policy training. Let's verify that everyone did it. I did it. Yes. So I'm sending this to HR board. We are voting break policy and legal
Gloria,
comment.
also go and track your policy, please.
Because she needs the funds right away, and then from there. The HR board is not required to vote. Only review. Let us know if there is any concerns. All right. We will also send the contract break information to the board of directors. Okay.
Oma, you are done. Do policy tracking, please. You remain. You vote
So
yes.
I believe we are done with this topic. Let's get some buddy teams going. So I'm going to do a buddy team with someone on calling Wells Fargo and dealing with this payment. And then Sandra,
I think we need to wrap up and prepare for callback. There's no callback today.
Cobalt. We have an hour before we have to wrap up for Cobalt.
We
So
have
Sandra
45 minutes to go back.
Wells
We
Fargo
can do payroll.
number. So Sandra, if you could send the Wells Fargo account number by email or in the chat on Jitsi or wherever. Maybe me and Sandra should do a buddy team just to get that all dealt with. So Sandra and Jay, if anyone wants to join me and Sandra. So let's go to room FQN for that. And then buddy team, I don't know how do you guys want to split up? There's one. Wait, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 3 buddy teams. So who wants to split up? Maybe we could have a Tay in one buddy team and
I think me and Lucy will be working on the
Payroll.
deadlines.
And the deadlines. Yeah, we have to.
We have pay stop for today. Yeah. So Lucy and I can be working on the deadlines.
Well, one of you could be working on deadlines while the other one works on payroll, right?
Which step are you doing on payroll? Are we continuing with that one or we go for bonuses? For bonuses, I think we need to.
We are supposed to go to bonuses, and we need Jay.
Yeah. So I'll join Lucy after I do with Sandra, and then Lucy, who wants to work on payroll and who wants to work on deadlines? Nemo, Uma, and Gloria.
Payroll.
I'll send on Jesse.
Okay,
Deadlines.
So Nemo wants to work on payroll, and Uma and Gloria.
Deadlines.
And Oma, you have not tracked your policy. Please, can you track the policy?
Okay, and let's verify all the policy training. So
Please.
org policy training. So we have Ate, Lucy, Gloria, Nemo. So Gloria is yes. Sandra is yes. Lucy yes.
Ate yes.
No, yes. So it's
Oma, no.
Uma, you're the only one who did not track your policy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I think we are Good on all of that. So let's and then Ate, Uma, and Gloria, why don't you all stay here in UnityNet? Me and Sandra are going to go to FQN, and then Lucy, Nemo, why don't you go to FQV? Or actually, we could go back to the room L, right? I love those. Room L or room K. Right. So I think once we get it all set up properly, we definitely should be using the rooms K and L and all that stuff. So let's see.
Okay.
All right. So everybody ready?
Let's go to FQV. Namno. Let's go to
You want to do
FQV.
FQV?
Lucy said we should go to where?
FQV.
All right. So Sandra, I'm going to FQN.
I'll join you, Jay.
Yes, and I'm going to stop recording and end recording.